I watched that Chase Utley slide into second base probably 15 times. I'm sorry, dirty. Totally dirty.
Why do you have to apologize for?
Didn't even because there are a lot of people out there who are making excuses for him. He started his slide almost past second base, and it wasn't really much of a slide. He kind of rolled, so it was more of a roll block. It was just unnecessary, totally unnecessary. And I know old school guys out there are going to say, "Oh, that's just good, hard-nosed." But no, it's not. It's dirty. And in this day and age, when player safety is paramount to each and every one of these games, whether it be NFL, NBA, hockey, baseball, Chase Utley needed to be punished for that. The ironic thing is he gets suspended, but he's playing today. He's playing anyway.
Well, there's an appeal system.
I know. Well, I don't get that. What is Major League Baseball doing today that they can't hear his appeal today? What are they doing besides doing this and watching the games? I mean, there should be a hearing in New York today.
In my opinion, you're totally wrong. You're almost wrong on every count.
How's that?
Well, I'm about to tell you if you'll let me have my turn now. I didn't interrupt you, did I? I'm now responding to you.
Okay.
You are wrong, in my opinion. In my opinion, your opinion is wrong.
Bad, Les.
Has anybody ever been suspended for going hard into second base? Give me one example in the history of baseball.
Historically, no, guys have not been suspended for that.
Okay, so baseball is allowed to make up the rules as it goes along.
No, but I do believe that the game is evolving. And Chase Utley should be punished for what he did because it was not a clean slide.
What?
He had no intention of even getting to second base.
You're not going to let me respond to it. You've
Go for
already
it.
made your point. I'm trying to make my point to respond to you, but yet you want to. Why don't you get it out of your system?
Well, at some point things have to change. If that's a bad play, if that's a dirty play, it has to change at some point. This is the tipping point for that play.
Okay.
Go
got
for
any other points?
I'm done.
Have you looked at the rule?
I have.
The rule says if you go out of the baseline. Did he go out of the baseline?
No.
Thank you. That's all the rule deals with. Does it say if you go out of the baseline, you'll be suspended? No. It says if you go out of the baseline, you're called out. There is no suspension. There's no, in the great interest of baseball, this is not cheating in the World Series. It's not Pete Rose. This is a guy going hard into second base. That is what you're taught. He's standing at first base. What do you think the first base coach said? Go hard into second base. Break up the doubleheader. Break up the double play. That's what he was doing. So he's supposed to stop along the way and go, he's not going to turn. He's not going to flip around and throw to first base. He's doing what he's been told to be from the beginning of time in baseball. He's done it before. He's gone hard into second base. They didn't suspend him then. I haven't seen anybody in the history of me covering this game for 40 years that has been suspended because they went hard into second base. Do you think if the broken leg had not occurred and he gotten up and dusted himself off, you think that Utley would have been suspended for 2 games? No, he wouldn't have been. They would have gone on. But because of social media, because of broken legs, you're now going to make up some rules and suspend him for 2 games. That makes no sense to me. You're sitting here saying, well, it was a dirty play. Well, God, I'm glad you didn't watch Ty Cobb. You would have watched it. Were his cleats up? I don't even know that he wears cleats. Most players wear rubber sole shoes now, so he didn't have his cleats up. He didn't go in and spike him. He was trying to break up a doubleheader. For you to sit there and say, oh, yeah, baseball can now, why don't they call the neighborhood play? Why? They actually called the neighborhood play and put him back on second base. You don't call the neighborhood play, but they called that yesterday. Why didn't they kick him out of the game? What are the umpires there for? Kick him out of the game? That's what they could do. They could say, oh, that was a dirty play. Les Hicks is a dirty play. You're kicked out of the game. They didn't do that. They put him on second base.
Let's
and
go
called
to
him safe.